Hey, this is Jeff Wick, editor of the Fayette County Record newspaper, joined as always by Andy Balin, H.H. House. We're here at one of Fayette County's newest restaurants, Sirilo's Cafe, at the corner of Highway 90 and Highway 77 in Schulenburg. Very honored to be joined by father-son duo Alfonso and Jonathan Sirilo. Hey guys, thank y'all so much for having us over today. We're so excited to showcase this new restaurant to Fayette County. And hot off the presses is the new edition of the Fayette County Record. Sorry, I'm getting choked up. Just had some of this wonderful hot sauce, which Alfonso was telling us is a old family recipe. It's awesome. But here's a new copy of the newspaper, hot off the presses. Actually doubles as an eye chart. As you can see, Pancho, go ahead and close your left eye and from left to right.
I can't see nothing.
No, seriously, this is some vintage lettering that Andy Balin and Kara Cater took out at the Warrenton and Round Top's antique shows, which is going on through the end of this weekend. Some really neat features about that gigantic showcase of antiques out there. Well, before we talk about the restaurant, Andy and Pancho, y'all want to take viewers through some of the things they can find in the paper?
Well, as Jeff said, I went out to the antique show last week and wandered around, checked it all out, and I found this youngster from LaGrange, Ryder Halpayne. He's a 14-year-old student at LaGrange High School, and he's out there selling antiques and some of his original artwork. A young entrepreneur and just a very interesting young man. Also, when I was out there, noticed a lot of Bigfoot and Sasquatch cutouts everywhere. It seems to be the new thing this year. So always something new every year. Pancho, you got a story about kind of the history of the antique show, is that right?
Yeah. I go back to 1971 at Winedale. I came out and on weekends and worked for Lon Taylor. So I know a little bit about the history of Winedale and the antique show. And so my recollection of that is on the front page, right beside Andy's story. Bigfoot.
National Bank and Trust is planning a big remodel at their headquarters in downtown LaGrange. It's going to look a little bit different. That work should take most of the rest of this year, and they're going to be completely back. It's going to be completely done sometime in the spring. Also got an interesting photo here from the 1960s, the lobby from the 60s. Kind of neat to see how the bank has changed over the years. And also, we just found out this week that a businessman here in Schulenburg is looking at putting in some apartments over on the west side of town. We all know how much of a need there is for housing here in Fayette County, so I know a lot of people are excited about that.
Yeah, and magically, as y'all have been talking about the news, our table has begun to be filled with some of this wonderful food here at Sirilo's. We've got some fried chicken, and look at that, a hamburger over there. What's this we've got on this plate?
Those are crispy chicken flautas. So that's the lunch special for today. As you see, you get 3 flautas, rice and beans, and you also have guacamole and sour cream topped on top of it.
Wow.
Those are really wonderful. Those are wrapped in corn tortillas and deep fried.
Wow.
Over here, you'll see our basic hamburger. Now this is what we call the Frank's Original Schulenburger, served with sweet potato fries. If you want to actually try a bite of that, that would be
for sure.
Make my day.
Dig into this. And you mentioned, the Frank's Original Schulenburger. Sirilo's obviously has a connection with Frank's, which just closed a few months ago on the interstate there. Tell folks kind of how that connection works.
Okay. Well, my dad originally started working there very long time ago, and my older brother started working there, I started working there, and then my youngest little brother Noah started working there, and my dad was just real loyal there. How long were you there, Father?
I've worked with the Sirilo family for about going to say on 13 years. I started as a waiter just to earn money, just to do some fishing trips with my sons. And from that, I started waiting on tables. I washed some dishes. I registered pretty much a little bit of everything. What else?
Then you went on to do what? Become the office manager?
Yeah. I ended up doing the office work, accounts payable and accounts receivable. And I really enjoyed the entire time that I've been there. The Tex-Mex family is such a wonderful family to work for. Wonderful family.
And when they closed, of course, everybody, not just us, the community everywhere really was just saddened by it. And they came up, Cheryl came up with us for this opportunity to hopefully open up our own place. And we just felt it was right, it was necessary to take some of their things, like their hamburger, their pies, some of their banana bread and raisin bread. And that's how we are, how we came apart, really.
That's awesome. And yeah, talk about the way y'all were able to transform this building here into this awesome restaurant. Actually, and Andy's got a family connection to this building, right?
Yeah, my grandpa Feetsum owned this building for a long time, up until the early 2000s, and it was a service station, a gas station, and a service station. A lot of Schulenburg folks remember Shorty Colmus. He ran the station over here for many years. Sold gas and changed tires and batteries and things like that. And then after in the early 2000s, my grandparents sold it to Kelly Glauger, who had the Iron Horse Cafe. And it was Iron Horse for a few years. And then some other folks had a Mexican restaurant in here called El Rey.
Correct.
And then y'all got in here, and this is a massive remodel. It doesn't even, you can't even tell what the old building looked like, because it's so different on the outside.
Yes, it is. It was a lot of work was put into it, and I really can't thank Ryan and Hector enough for such the great work that they've done, to put it the way that it is now.
And not only Ryan and Hector, but all the subcontractors that we use, Leon's, Quality Electrical Service, Bubella Tree Farm, and Arbor Care, all of the local contractors, subcontractors that really came together to make this building what it is now. Reba Construction was one of the main ones who were here constantly all the time to make sure that this was going to come and open up in time. But Hub Design and Field Services with Ryan Watipka and Hector Mendez and Walter Watipka, I mean, we just can't thank them enough for everything that they've done and help us to get to this point where we are now as far as building wise. But it's been a journey. We're 2 months open, we've been open for 2 months, and it's been a wild roller coaster ride. Just from opening to now, we're still working out some kinks, but I mean, we're getting there, and we aim to please everyone. And unfortunately, the kind of business we're in, we might fall short sometimes, but if there's anything that we can do to fix that or anything like that, we prefer to know so we can make that better and work on those gray areas.
I think you're doing just fine. Tasting this fried chicken, it's like Frank's never left town. It's like never closed.
And one of the things I want to say is also, I want to thank the surrounding communities like Weinberg, Latonia, Hallettsville, LaGrange, just everyone for being so supportive. I just thank y'all so much. Thank you.
And yeah, as we look around here, we notice a lot of faces when we walked in, some familiar faces from LaGrange. It really has been drawing people from all around.
It has been. It really has been. Oh, yes. Weinberg, definitely.
And a lot of these other staff members from Frank's came over here with y'all. So not only does the food taste familiar, but the same friendly faces serving and cooking, right?
Yes. Everyone that's not everyone. I would have loved to have hired everyone, but that was kind of impossible. We're such a small cafe, but we do have our regulars that been there maybe for 35 to 40 years, 20 years. From Kathy to Jerry to Agnes, just everyone. And without them and everyone here, it wouldn't be possible. So I want to tell my staff, thank you so much for such an awesome job.
What's y'all's favorite thing on the menu here?
Mine is undoubtedly the fried chicken. We freshly batter it. If you can wait 20 minutes, it's worth it. It's freshly battered from the time you order it and time it's out. It's fresh as it can be. Father, what's your favorite?
I would say the fried chicken as well, and also the hamburgers. The hamburgers are really, really, really good. Fried chicken and hamburgers. And let's not forget our dessert. We have our lemon pie, coconut pie, chocolate pie, apple, pecan. All of that is made fresh every day here.
These flautas are wonderful too.
Where's that burger around the...
Oh yeah. Take a look at that.
That burger is awesome too. Loaded down.
And the people I do want to thank for this, just in case you're wondering where we get our meat and things from, Willie Joe's Processing is where we get our round eye, our ground beef, our ribeyes and everything else. Patty does a wonderful job with meeting our demand, and his quality is really well. MG Farm Services in Weimar, that's another one. Miss Lynn Heller from the Country Bakery, that's where we get our bread from. Without these local vendors, I mean, it wouldn't be possible. I believe in supporting local business, and that's what we're all about.
So there you go. If you eat here, you're not only supporting a local family, but you're also supporting all these other local businesses in town.
That is correct.
That's
yes.
great.
What are y'all's hours here? Your days and hours?
So we're open Monday through Sunday. Sorry. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 to 9, and Sunday, 7 to 3. And we're closed Mondays, unfortunately.
And you've got regular lunch specials, right?
Correct.
Certain things on regular set days there. You look at that. There's a Tuesday through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And would y'all say are ready for some pie or no?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
For sure. And then there's one of our wonderful waitresses, Kathy.
Kathy, wait for you up front.
Most of y'all have eaten at Frank's will recognize Kathy.
And I have to say, that I love my job. And it is true. I do not dread coming here. I love it. It's so cool. It's bright, it's airy, it's fun. But when it's time to work, but it's not drudgery. It truly is not.
And talk about the reaction of local folks, you know, to this place
Excited
opening.
is all get out. Really. Something new to eat, new place to eat, some of Frank's favorites, and then some of new items that we can enjoy.
Right.
And the taco salads have been very popular.
I noticed that on a lot of people's tables, yeah.
Yes, the taco salad, the fried chicken has been a good seller, the hamburger, the enchilada verde. They're really, really good. Wow. Yes, and the onion rings. I can go on and on, but
One of my favorite things from Frank's was those crazy tall sandwiches that they used to make with like the 3 pieces of bread.
The double.
The clubs. Y'all still make those double
Yes,
decker
we do.
sandwiches?
It's just under a different name. It's a club sandwich. But it's still wonderful. It's a 3-piece 3-bread sandwich with your choice of meat, cheese, and bread. So
Homemade potato salad as well.
and it's served with homemade potato salad. It's a wonderful sandwich.
You know, Jonathan, I know you're a graduate of Schulenburg High School. How about those Shorthorns? The football team, man.
They're doing really well. It's awesome. I don't know when they had the most hottest start last, but it's wonderful to see the team is coming together.
Yeah.
It's, and y'all feel free to come, if y'all see this, come eat here. We're working on lunch specials for the students, but please come here. It's wonderful food. Thank you.
And we mentioned that it's the corner of Highway 90 and Highway 77. What's the actual address here?
405 Summit Street.
Okay.
We're getting Mr. Josh Mendel and Gary Mendel are designing our website right now. So hopefully to have that up and running as soon as possible.
Facebook page is out.
Yeah.
What kind of pie do you have?
So what we have coconut, lemon, and chocolate meringue, Dutch apple, apple, and buttermilk. What y'all are gonna get today is our coconut meringue, our lemon meringue, and our pecan.
Oh, wow.
Now, that's something that's daily. You know, we make that fresh every day. We do not serve that the following day. It's fresh every day. It's really good, yes.
And do y'all make those pies in-house here?
In-house, yes.
Wow, same recipes as
Same
Frank's?
recipe,
Yeah.
yes. Same recipe.
Wow.
None of that changed at all. None of it.
What time does somebody have to get here in the morning to start?
You tell me, because I come in after.
About 5:30.
5:30 every
Yeah, it's
morning?
not so
you're
bad.
here?
5:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
And y'all have breakfast too?
We do.
Oh yes, we have breakfast as well. And that's from 7 a.m. till about 10:30 a.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
Omelets, pancakes, tacos, some Mexican dishes, but it's really good breakfast.
Huevos rancheros?
We do have that, yes sir.
And we're children as well. Fresh every day.
Very good. So where do you learn to cook?
I would have to say from my mom. You know, she taught me at an early age. You know, there's 7 of us. Wow. So, and I'm second to the oldest. So I would say my mom is where I learned to cook from. And then I gradually, you know, showed more interest in it. So I took it from there. Just ran with it from there. So it's been good.
Take that away? Sure. Yeah. I got
So do you do some cooking here too, or are you just kind of
he
management
gets back
aspect?
there.
You get back
He
there
gets
too?
back there.
I
Yes.
get back there when the kitchen is a little stressed out. I'll go back there and I'll start frying food, bringing food to the front, whatever they need, so that the tickets can come out and the food can come out. I took it from my dad. Growing up, and my mom, they worked both 2 jobs.
Wow.
We'll get you something. We'll get you something to go. Okay.
They worked.
Anything for back.
They both worked 2 jobs, so my dad would teach us how to cook, and then it was just me and my older brother Noah. We'd have to cook basically for ourselves, and if it wasn't for them really teaching us how to cook, I wouldn't have shown such an interest in food in itself. And it's just been wonderful to have a variety of food, not just Frank's food from my parents cooking growing up, but just have the best of both worlds, and that's what we're trying to give Schulenburg and the surrounding communities.
Wow, that's awesome. And yeah, as these pies begin to arrive, look at that.
Yes.
Just amazing. And to think, this gift of food that y'all have given Schulenburg is all due to you starting to work at Frank's, so you can make a
Yes.
little extra money to go fishing with
To
this
go
guy?
fishing with my boys. Yes.
Isn't that
That's how
amazing?
it started.
Wow. So from that beginning to this, what an amazing story. And so thank y'all so much for having us today, but more importantly, thank y'all for this gift of food y'all are giving Schulenburg and Fayette County. It's thank y'all so much.
Well, we thank you, and we thank the surrounding community as well. So much.
Yeah, so come out to Sirilo's.
Yes.
We can personally vouch that this is amazing food.
Yeah.
You want to take us out, Andy?
Sure thing. You can always find us online at FayetteCountyRecord.com. We're linking to Sirilo's Facebook page on this video, so click on there and you can learn all about Sirilo's Cafe. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all these videos go to YouTube. So thanks so much for watching, and thanks for reading the paper.